We're going to talk about definition of e-commerce and business models, market and attitudes. What's the Philippine market like right now for e-commerce? A little bit about building an e-commerce business and some trends. So definition and business models. Here's the big question: what the heck is e-commerce, right? So, generic definition is that it's a type of business model where the firm or individual trades products or services over the internet. I have the addendum for emerging markets, regardless of whether the commercial transaction is completed online or offline. Otherwise, OLX and any cash on delivery would essentially not be e-commerce, but actually it is e-commerce, right? And the reason for this is the rationale behind e-commerce. And that is that e-commerce is there to harness the power of the internet to drive reach and number of simultaneous transactions. And if you look at the two examples I gave you, they do address that. Okay, just to see how the power of e-commerce works, there were 426 Amazon transactions per second on Cyber Monday 2013. 37 million items moved on Cyber Monday in Amazon, and on Singles Day in China, in Alibaba, $5.8 billion on one day. Okay, but let's quickly look at the different e-commerce models, right? Just so we're clear about what we're talking about. So you could be selling digital goods, digital services, physical services, or physical goods. For a revenue stream, you might be earning your money on advertising, commissions, subscription, or retail, whether it's physical goods, retail of goods or services. Then there's what we call traditional e-commerce. And yet, people always come up to me and say, what's the difference between OLX and Lazada, right? To me, it's plainly obvious, but if it's not obvious to everybody, let's go break it down. So something could be a marketplace of goods, could be a marketplace also offering merchant services such as payments, okay? And you'll see here that Alibaba Group is actually present in C2C with Taobao, B2C with Tmall, and B2B with Alibaba.com. It could be a single or multi-brand retailer, okay? Or a multi-brand private or flash sales site. Or your player could be solely in merchant services. So for example, SP e-commerce, SingPost e-commerce, or these players. Okay, so I work with aCommerce, and we do end-to-end e-commerce services, and we'll go a little bit into that. Shopify allows you to build a do-it-yourself website. TACDIS does the same thing, but TACDIS also has fulfillment and delivery services. Send does the fulfillment and delivery. DragonPay, payment services. Coins.ph, earlier the speaker talked about that, a Bitcoin payment gateway.